2.2. There are sets of 6 things which were perfectly proclaimed by the Lord. 6 internal sense spheres. The ayatana. The eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind sense spheres. Number 2, 6 external sense spheres. That means the sense objects. Sight object or forms. Sound, smell, taste, touch, and thoughts. Mind object. 3, 6 groups of consciousness. The eye consciousness, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind consciousness. 6 groups of contact. Contact at the eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind. 6 groups of feeling. Feeling that arises from eye contact, ear contact, nose contact, tongue contact, body contact, mind contact. 6 groups of perception. Perception of sight, sound, smells, taste, touch, and thoughts. 7, 6 groups of volition. Volition that arises from sight, sound, smells, taste, touch, and mind objects or thoughts. 8, 6 groups of craving. Craving for the 6 sense objects, sight, sound, smells, taste, touch, and thoughts. 9, 6 kinds of disrespect. Here among behaves disrespectfully and discourteously towards the teacher, the Dhamma, the Sangha, the training, in respect of earnestness and hospitality. 6 kinds of respect. Here among behaves respectfully, as the previous 9, 6 things. 11, 6 pleasurable investigations or thoughts. When on seeing a sight object with the eye, on hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, knowing thought, one investigates or thinks of a corresponding object productive of pleasure. 12, 6 unpleasurable investigations as productive of displeasure, same as the objects are same as in 11. 6 indifferent investigations productive of indifference or equanimity, upekka, objects are same as in number 11. 14, 6 things conducive to communal living, that means to harmony. As long as monks, both in public and in private, show loving kindness to their fellows in acts of body, speech, and mind. That's 3 already. Number 4, share with their virtuous fellows whatever they receive as a rightful gift, including the contents of their alms bowls, which they do not keep to themselves. Number 5, keep consistently unbroken and unaltered those rules of conduct, those precepts that are spotless, leading to liberation, praised by the wise, unstained and conducive to concentration, and persist therein with their fellows, both in public and in private. And then number 6, continue in that noble view that leads to liberation, to the utter destruction of suffering, remaining in such awareness with their fellows, both in public and in private. These are the 6 things that when people live together, they should practice for harmony. One is to show metta, loving kindness, by body language. Number 2, by verbal language. And number 3, to show loving kindness, to have loving kindness in the mind towards others. And then number 4, to share what we have. Number 5, to keep the precepts pure. Number 6, to have that right view. Number 15, 6 roots of contention or quarrel. A, here a monk is angry and bears ill will. He is disrespectful and discourteous to the teacher, the Dhamma and the Sangha, and does not finish his training. He stirs up contention within the Sangha, which brings woe and sorrow to many, with evil consequences, misfortune and sorrow for devas and humans. If friends, you should discover such a root of contention among yourselves or among others, you should strive to get rid of just that root of contention. If you find no such root of contention, then you should work to prevent its overcoming you in future. Or B, a monk is deceitful and malicious. Or C, a monk is envious and mean. D, a monk is cunning and deceitful. E, a monk is full of evil desires and wrong views. F, a monk is opinionated, obstinate and tenacious. If friends, you should discover such a root of contention among yourselves or among others, you should strive to get rid of just that root of contention. If you find no such root of contention, then you should work to prevent its overcoming you in future. 16. The 6 elements, earth, water, fire, wind, space, and consciousness. 17. 6 elements making for deliverance. Here a monk might say, A, I have developed the liberation by mind, Ceto Vimutti, of loving kindness, expanded it, made it a vehicle and a base, established, worked well on it, set it well in train, and yet ill will still grips my heart. He should be told, no, do not say that, do not misrepresent the Blessed One. It is not right to slander him thus, for he would not have said such a thing. Your words are unfounded and impossible. If you develop the liberation by mind of loving kindness, ill will has no chance to envelop your heart. This liberation by mind is the cure for ill will. This liberation of loving kindness is the cure for ill will. Or B, he might say, I have developed the liberation by mind of compassion, and yet cruelty still grips my heart. And similarly, you must tell him it's not possible. Or C, he might say, I have developed the liberation by mind of joy, and yet aversion still grips my heart. Again, you must tell him it's not possible. Or D, he might say, I have developed the liberation by mind of equanimity, and yet lust grips my heart. Again, must tell him it's not possible. Or E, he might say, I have developed the signless liberation by mind, and yet my heart still hankers after signs. Again, must tell him it's not possible. Or F, he might say, the idea I am is repellent to me. I pay no heed to the idea I am this. Yet doubts, uncertainties and problems still grip my heart. Again, must tell him it's not possible. 18. 6 unsurpassed things. Sights, things, heard, gains, trainings, forms of service, objects of recollection. So I'm not sure why they call it unsurpassed things. Maybe you see it's like here in brackets, certain sights, certain things heard, etc. 19. 6 subjects of recollection. The Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, morality or sila, renunciation, and the devas. 20. 6 stable states. On seeing an object with the eye, hearing a sound, smelling a smell, tasting a flavor, touching a tangible, cognizing a thought with the mind. One is neither pleased nor displeased, but remains equable, mindful and clearly aware. So when 6 sense objects touch that person, his mind is in equanimity. So it's a stable state. 21. 6 species. Here A, one born in dark conditions lives a dark life. B, one born in dark conditions lives a bright life. C, one born in dark conditions attains Nibbana, which is neither dark nor bright. D, one born in bright conditions lives a dark life. E, one born in bright conditions leads a bright life. F, one born in bright conditions attains Nibbana, which is neither dark nor bright. This you went through before. Bright meaning in good circumstances, and dark means in poor circumstances. Lives a dark life means he creates bad karma. Lives a Bright life means it creates good karma. 22. 6 perceptions conducive to penetration. The perception of impermanence, of suffering in impermanence, of non-self in suffering, of abandoning or letting go, of dispassion, and the perception of cessation. These are the sets of 6 things which were perfectly proclaimed by the Lord.